Hi, hello. Welcome to my channel. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyways, my reading goals for 2026. When I was a kid, when I was in middle school, I used to read a lot. I used to like inhale books. It was like oxygen to me. You would not see me go anywhere without a book in my hand. And then as I grew older, that just kind of went away. Like, as I grew older, I just stopped reading as much. And that's sad. That makes me sad. I want to read more. I want to be a reader again. So I am going to set totally not impossible standards for myself this year. And I'm going to read one book for every week of the year. That is 52 books. I just went to a book fair recently and I bought a few books. I'm going to start with those. I'm going to start the year off with those six or those seven books. Here's the list. First we have Emma by Jane Austen. I already started reading this. I'm like one third of the way through. I'm going to finish this. This is going to be my first book of the year. I've had this one lying around for like a long time. This was gifted to me on my birthday. I never got past the first chapter, which is a bad thing. So I'm going to read the rest of the book this year. I'm going to finish the rest of the book this year. Now we have the books that I actually bought from the book fair. First we have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This is like a really pretty cover. I've read Charles Dickens before. I've read David Copperfield and Oliver Twist as reading supplements in classes. But I've read Charles Dickens before. I like Charles Dickens. I like what he does. I like how he writes. And A Christmas Carol is a classic. And I want to read it. I've seen a movie, I think, as a kid. I've seen a movie on the Christmas Carol, but I don't remember any of it. I know there is something about ghosts to some extent. Not sure. But yeah, I'll probably read this next year around Christmas. Next year's Christmas read. Amazing. Christmas just got over. I already have a book planned for next Christmas. 25th December 2026. Crazy. And then next up we have Gitanjali by Rabindranath Thakur. I don't know why I said it with that accent. I've heard this is a book of poems. It was gifted to me by my cousin from the book fair that we all went to together. I'm not usually this is a collection of poems. This is Tagore's collection of poems. I'm not usually a poem person, but I want to broaden my horizons this year. Next we have The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Now the funny thing about Sylvia Plath is I've sort of heard her name around on Book Talk, usually alongside names like Sally Rooney. And I know Sally Rooney is currently alive, so I thought Sylvia Plath was also an author who was currently alive and kicking. Until last semester we had English literature history, and Sylvia Plath's name showed up in my English literature history lesson. And that is when I found out she is not, in fact, alive and kicking. So, yeah, that got me interested, and now I want to read her book. A thing I'd like to say is I have not been in touch with my mother language, my mother tongue, mother language. You know what I mean. I'm not as fluent in my mother tongue as I am in English, which is a sad thing, which is a very sad thing. And also, our mother tongue is practically dying out. I don't want it to die out. I realized growing up, one of the main reasons why I am so good at English is because I used to read a lot of English books, which gave me a bigger vocabulary and helped me, you know, do all the things that reading typically does for a person. I want that with my mother tongue as well. So here are a few books that I got at the recommendation of my very mother tongue fluent mother. First up is Jibonar Batot by Bina Borua. I have no idea what this book is about. I'm pretty sure this is a romance novel. Then we have Moromor Deota by Bhavendranath Hoikia. I know this guy. I know this guy. I've studied about this guy in like 8th grade. I forgot what he did. And last but not the least, we have Toto-chan by Tetsuko Kuriyanagi or something. I don't know how to pronounce that. Well, obviously this last one is not actually written in Assamese. This is a Japanese book that was translated. I usually don't read Assamese translations of books, but since this was Japanese, then I'm not gonna be able to read it in the original Japanese anyway. So like, what's the difference between an Assamese translation and an English translation, you know? Yeah, those are the 3 Assamese books that I have. I also intend to get another one from our local library and a few more from my mother. So I'm gonna be reading those. How many books was that? 7? I think that was 7 books. Aside from these, I also have one more unread book. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yaros. I am not pronouncing that correctly, I know. I saw this book around on Book Talk. I know it has dragons on it. I hope this has dragons in it. I'd be very, very disappointed if this does not have dragons in it. There's a dragon on the cover page. I want this to have dragons in it. I don't know what else this is. I know it's a romantasy novel. I don't know what it's about. I have no inkling. There is no blurb. There is no summary. It's just reviews. I hate when that happens. Where's the summary? Where's my summary? Ew. Aside from these books, I have a few others that I'd also like to read. These ones I don't have with me. I just have a list of the books that I intend to borrow from the library or from somebody else. I'll just read my list off. So these books are books that I picked up from BookTube recommendations. Well, not exactly BookTube recommendations, from a few specific BookTubers. But anyway, they are Beautiful Darkness, Dear Skin, Imagica, Life of Pi, The Giver, The Last Unicorn, The Metamorphosis, The Old Willis Place, The Princess Bride, The Slow Regard of Silent Things, Watership Down, and We Have Always Lived in the Castle. These are 12 books that I intend to read this year. I also wanted to read more of middle grade books this year, primarily because I like middle grade books. You know, it helps to read books from the same genre that you're writing in. And I thought for this year I'd do either the Keeper of the Lost City series or a series of unfortunate events. Or I might do both. Aside from these, I'm also waiting on receiving a copy of The Secret History from one of my friends. I do not know how many books that was. There'll be a counter here at some point. Display the counter, the book counter. So these are the books that I have planned for this year. People are free to suggest me more books, any genre, any kind. I just want to read more. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Peace out.